Hi, it's you and Ellery here making bonsai in Australia, and in this video I'm giving a bit of an update on some air layerings. So a couple of months ago I did a video on air layering Japanese maples. So I air layered this and a couple of weeks after that I air layered a couple of Lilly Pillies that I have growing in my yard. So this one I'd actually done about 2 weeks after this video. And I'm already starting to see some roots that are poking through. Yeah, so the other one that I air layered, haven't seen any roots start to come through yet. So I've just cut this one off and I'm gonna have a go at doing the next steps on this. And I've just left the other one a little bit longer just to wait for those roots to start to come through. And then I'll air layer that, and then I'll harvest that as well. With this one here now, I haven't yet got to the point where I can see any roots coming through, but as you can see, the bottom half of this trunk is well and truly dead. So it's entirely died. Look, I had tried to leave a little branch, and you can check out the original video so you can see how I did it. But I had tried to leave a branch just underneath the bottom of the air layering, but that I broke it, snapped it when I was doing the air layering. So yeah, the bottom half has essentially died because I didn't leave any foliage down here. So it's unfortunate, but I'm assuming based on the fact that these leaves are still growing, that it's well enough contained there for me to cut off the bottom part and start growing it as its own tree. So I'll jump onto this one first, given I've already cut it off. And we'll see how we go. I cut off a lot of the much larger branches when I was cutting this off the tree. So I might actually just do that a little bit more. So I'll bring this back just to where there's a few leaves there, just so it'll give me some better taper and options in the future. And I'll do the same up here, just to a few leaves, and hopefully I'll get some decent budding back. Just don't want too much. I want some leaves alive to get the trunk and everything kind of budding back, but I don't want too much for it to need to get too much energy from the few roots that are there to support what I'm leaving. So be a little conservative. Just another one here that's a bit too long. And this part here is really thick, but see how I go cutting this. Whoops, there we go. Yeah, quite some thick branches on this, which I'm quite keen for. And just cutting off the final ones of those little pillies that are there. Just don't want energy going into fruit. So now that I've gotten rid of those excess branches, so it already started to unwind this just to check those roots out. So I'll just finish that now. So yeah, a few thick roots that you can start to see there. Now I'm not going to really do much to pull this aside, so you can see the edges of those there. I could have left it a little bit longer, but yeah, I've left the other one on so that hopefully that grows a bit better. But it should have enough for this to keep growing well. So we'll just see how it is. But at least I've got the other one left in case this doesn't continue to root successfully. So just getting rid of the rest of that stump. I'm not even going to bother counting the rings in this, but yeah, it's quite a few. So I'm going to leave the rest of the sphagnum moss there, but I'm actually going to put it into another pot and yeah, get a lot more sphagnum moss. Put a bit of water down the bottom so it can soak up, and put this outside. So yeah, quite a large pot that I'm going to use for this. Now I could use soil realistically, I suppose, but I'm going to use sphagnum moss. I'm going to give the new tree a lot more chances of surviving. Really help grow a lot more roots. And I'm sure in, probably even just a couple of months' time, this should really be pretty full of new roots. And then I'll be able to just let it grow for a little while to come. And then, yeah, once I know it's nice and healthy, I'll be able to, do a lot more kind of refining on the branches. Now, in hindsight, probably could have tried to wire this, so I'm going to actually just do that now. So I'm not bothering with new wire. I'm just using the exact same wire that I'd used for the air layering, and just poking the wire through a couple of those drainage holes in the bottom, pulling it in, and this will be just so I can tie the tree down. So yeah, just sitting in a whole bunch of sphagnum moss, and yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I'm just going to put the bottom of this pot in some water. The sphagnum moss will just continue to soak that water up, just to stay nice and damp and not dry out, so that those roots can really start to go crazy, really. So I'll put this to the side, and now just going to have a look at this Japanese maple. So much smaller job, this one. If you check out that original video, the exact same kind of process that I did for this is what I'd done for the Lilly Pilly. So just opening it up to see how it's doing. And there's actually, it's a little bit disappointing, no roots there whatsoever. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap this back up. I could keep it there contained, or I mean, I could take it out. Actually, I might. There's not much point in me leaving it there. I know there's no sap coming up from the bottom of that tree. So I'll just put it in a pot and hopefully it survives. A bunch of sphagnum moss, put it in a pot. So yeah, much smaller pot for this one, just because it's pretty small air layering. So I'll cut off where it failed, but you can see there's no roots, but there's a whole bunch of little pocks in the edge of the bark, where it's just pulling in moisture. At least putting it in a pot, there's going to be a lot more chance, I think, than just having this small little contained unit. So I probably hadn't had much success because the bottom part had died, but yeah, clearly a lot more success in that Lilly Pilly. So I'm assuming, probably just if it had been a much larger tree with a lot more vigor, it might have been a lot more successful. So here's an update on my air layering. So look, I hope you enjoyed this video or took something from it. If you have, then please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so that you're notified with my future videos as I release them. But look, thanks for your time today. Talk later. Bye.